welcome back to my channel. I hope it's not too dark in here, but basically, little backstory. I really needed to edit my videos and also brainstorm some video ideas. So I decided to get in my car, take my laptop and my notebook and just park somewhere quiet, I guess, and do some editing. Listen to the sound of wind and just peace and quiet, I guess. Because I knew if I'm going to be sitting at home, I'm not going to edit, I'm going to find something else to do. I nearly finished editing a full video. I also brainstormed some video ideas, and this is actually one of them. I have been wanting to do this video for quite a while and never got around to it, kind of. So in this video, I'm going to give you 11 tips of how to save money. I find this topic really interesting and I feel like everybody needs to know how to save money. And yeah, and I came up with a few ideas for you guys, and most of those ideas I do myself and they really work. They're really effective. So I wrote down ideas of how you can save some money. So if I'm looking down, it's me looking down at my notebook. So the first thing of how to save money, and I believe this really works and it's very helpful, if you can get a savings account. So I have a savings account, and basically there are no debit cards or anything like that, so you can't take out money that easily. So the only ways to actually take your money or spend your money is to go into the office and take it out there, or you can also transfer money to another account, but it's like 3 to 5 working days until that money gets into your account. So you can't spend it on impulse buys or anything like that. Ooh, what is wrong with my phone? It's like changing colors. It's darker and lighter. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my phone, honestly. I need to buy a new phone, so sorry about that if the light keeps changing. Yeah, it's literally changing. I think when I wave my hand. Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, so last time I stayed in a hotel, I left my camera battery charger there. I literally did not realize that I lost it until a few weeks or even months later, so it's long gone, and my local stores do not have the charger. It's just a huge issue at the moment, so I don't really know what I'm doing with that. So I have to film on my phone, but clearly it's acting up because I'm speaking and the lighting keeps changing constantly. So yeah, get a savings account. And then what I did is every single time that I get paid on the same weekday every week. So on that weekday, on a Thursday, it automatically transfers some money to my savings account, and you can do as little or as much as you want. I would start off little and then see how I get on, because for your credit history and stuff like that, it's better to start off smaller and then go up, rather than starting off with a high amount and then realizing that you can't afford to save that much a week or a month. And to bring down the savings amount is not the best for your credit history as far as I'm aware. But also, if you have a great week that you realize you have a lot of spare money, you can always take that money and transfer it over to your savings account. So just make sure to get some kind of online banking or something so you can easily transfer it over when you realize that you have some spare money. So just a tip with that, do not keep checking your balance, because it can get discouraging, especially if you start off saving small amounts. Every time you check your balance, you might expect to have more in there and get discouraged and stop saving. So don't check your account until at least a few months later, and then once you check it, you'll be like, wow, I have more than I thought. And it's a great feeling, it really is. And if you start off even small, you don't even realize the money going out of your bank account, because it comes out straight away when you get paid and you don't even notice that money, I guess. Another tip that I have for you guys is kind of related, kind of a similar thing, is I would recommend getting a second bank account. So I haven't done this yet, but I would really love to do this, and I know it works. With your second bank account, basically the second bank account would be all for your bills. When you get paid, you would take all of your bills, calculate all of your bills, and transfer all of that money for your bills to your second account. I'm so sorry that the lighting keeps changing. It's so annoying. It's even annoying for me to film. But I really wanted to post this video, and I've waited long enough to post it, I guess. I have a second account just for bills, so the money comes out of that account. You don't really even see it go or anything. Just make sure you have enough there for when your bills are due. But also, if you are self-employed, it is a great way to transfer your percentage for your taxes to the other account, so that you don't accidentally spend it, and you always have money ready there for when you have to pay your taxes quarterly or yearly or whatever it is for you. And then whatever is left in your normal bank account, you know, you can spend and treat yourself. Now, another tip that I have, and I do myself, is actually get a piggy bank. Just get one, put it somewhere in your home, and then every time you have loose change or a few notes that you don't really need, throw it in your piggy bank, and get one of those piggy banks that you can't just easily open. I've done this a couple of times. I learned this from my parents. My parents always do this. And I threw whatever loose change I had. I didn't really count any change, or I didn't specifically put any amounts in there. And at the end, I had a few €100 saved up from that piggy bank when it was full, and I was extremely surprised and very excited because I didn't even see that loose change disappearing, I guess, for a while, because it was just sitting in my pocket or in my car or in my wallet, and I didn't even use it. I didn't really even need it, so I just put it in my piggy bank, and I got a few €100 after that. So yeah, and if you want to go even further, you can choose a specific amount that you want to put in your piggy bank every week or month or whatever it is. This will help you save a bit more money, I guess. I know some people who saved thousands doing it this way, but yeah, I haven't taken it that seriously. I just threw in whatever I had, and I saved a couple of hundred, and I'm doing it again. An extremely big tip that I use all the time, I use every week, is budgeting. So I will do a whole separate video of how I budget, but I really do believe that works. So basically, every single week or month or whatever it is, how often you get paid, you write it down. So you get paid this and this amount, this and this amount goes to your bills, this and this amount goes to your grocery shopping and all of that stuff. Save a little bit to treat yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, because if you're too hard on yourself, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna end up buying stuff for yourself. So always, I would recommend saving a little bit just to treat yourself a week as well. Yeah, so you always know how much money you need to put aside for things, and also how much money you have spare to treat yourself or for unseen bills and stuff like that. I definitely recommend that. I do it every single week, and it really helps, because I'm not left struggling to find money for something for a bill that I need to pay that I forgot about or something, because I always budget ahead. Now, another thing that I know works is bringing cash when you are going grocery shopping, or if you're going to buy yourself something. Bring cash only. Do not bring your cards. Take a specific amount of cash out and only bring that, so then you know you're not gonna overspend. You're not gonna buy unnecessary things. You're gonna buy only what you need, and you're not gonna go over your budget as well. This really does help, but sometimes I get really annoyed. It's a little bit difficult sometimes, because I want to buy something really bad, and then I realize I actually have no extra money to buy it and I can't get it. but it really does help. Now, another thing to save money is if you want to buy something, you can actually do a Google image search. Copy the picture of the item you want and Google image search it, and it's gonna show all the websites that are selling that product, and you will find the cheapest place, the cheapest price for that item. You're not paying for that item more than you should, I guess. And another thing that I have is that there is actually a website. I'm not sure if this is everywhere, but there's this website called PRICESPY, and basically type in the product that you want and it will show you all the different stores that sell it and also the prices that they're selling it at as well, so you can find your cheapest option. Now, another thing that's kind of related to it is buying things ahead of time. So obviously necessary things or things that you know you're going to buy anyway. If you have a little bit of extra money to buy it right now and it has a great price, buy it ahead of time. Don't wait for the deal to go away or for the time when you don't really have much money. So if you have a little bit to spare and you know you're going to buy it anyway, buy it ahead of time if you see a great deal or anything like that. I'm also gonna do a separate video, but what I did is when I was moving out to my first home, I actually bought quite a lot of things ahead of moving out. We didn't even have a house yet. We were only looking, but I knew we were gonna be moving, so I bought things like decorations and utensils and small things like that ahead of time because I saw a great price for them and I knew I'm gonna buy them anyway. This also leads up to not spending a huge amount of money at once, I guess. It makes it a little bit easier on your bank or your wallet. Now, another small tip that I have is to try and make your favorite takeout dish at home. So there's quite a few that I actually learned to cook during this quarantine and everything. I started cooking way more and I started making my favorite meals at home, trying my best to make them taste as close as possible to the takeout, and it really has been going so well. One of my favorite things to get from a takeout is shredded chicken with egg fried rice and curry sauce, and I learned how to make it at home and it tastes extremely similar and it tastes really good, and it's much cheaper, but also it's healthier as well because you don't really know what exactly they put in it or how they make it. So at least you know exactly what you're putting in your food and you're saving money from constantly buying takeout. Another tip that I have for you guys is there's a few companies, I'm not sure if this is everywhere, but there's a few companies that do this. I am part of one company that is basically scanning your groceries. So they send a little scanner, I'll probably show you in a video. They send a little scanner to your address, and every time you do grocery shopping you bring it home and then you scan everything and you transfer it over to the website. It's kind of like a survey thing for what people buy and what people are interested in and stuff like that. So every time I do grocery shopping every week I scan it over to that website and I get points, and for those points I can get vouchers. I already redeemed a €50 voucher with them. I think it was a makeup store voucher and I got makeup from it and it was 100% legit. Be careful, obviously this is the only website that I actually tried and I trust now 100%. I haven't tried any other website, so do your research before trying it, but it really works. the points just add up because you have to go grocery shopping anyway and you have to put it away, so scanning it takes only a little bit longer, and you get free vouchers basically for doing that. So yeah, with this website you can redeem it for grocery shopping or for kind of more clothing stores or makeup stores and stuff like that, and electronic stores as well. So yeah, it's free money, saves you spending your own money for those kind of things. It takes a chunk out of your grocery shopping budget, or if there's some kind of necessity that you need electronics wise or clothing wise, you can spend those vouchers for that. Also, there are websites that you can carry out surveys. Now, I've tried a few surveys and most of them were legit, but obviously, once again, please do your research. Don't count on me to say that they work. You need to do your own research. You can answer surveys for some points and then you can usually redeem them into vouchers again, or sometimes they do cash as well, but that's more rare, and I've done it before. I got a €20 voucher, but usually with the surveys it's very little money, so I would say I would get around 50 cents to €3 normally for one survey, and one survey would take around 10 to 20 minutes, I would say. So I don't know if it's worth it for you guys, but if you're always bored and want a little bit of extra money, you can do those surveys. Just once again, make sure to do your research. Another thing you can do is sell your stuff that you don't need anymore or you don't use anymore. So that can be anywhere from clothes or books or just random items. I know a lot of people do this. I haven't done it myself personally, but I would love to if I find the correct website for it. If I'm not wrong in saying this, I think Shopify is one of those websites where you can post your old stuff that you don't want anymore and sell it to somebody else who will appreciate it more. You'll make yourself a little bit of money out of that. But also, another benefit of doing this, not only that you get extra money, but you also declutter your home, so you're not keeping things that you don't use or want anymore. They're not taking up space in your home, and it makes your home much tidier as well. And then the last tip that I have for you guys is you can create some kind of small business on Etsy or your own website. You can create whatever your heart desires, whatever you think you are good in, creative in. Show your creative side. You can make some personalized gifts, or maybe make some wax melts for your burner. They are quite easy to make. They are really interesting to make as well. I'm thinking myself of starting to do that, just kind of for fun, I guess, and just a little bit of extra money. You can also make some bath bombs. Just do your research of how to make them properly, and yeah, it's quite fun, and people are always looking to buy something that is handmade or something creative or something different. So definitely look into that if you're interested. So that is all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope I gave you some useful advice of how to save money. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, and also hit that post notification bell, because I will be posting a full in-depth video of how I budget every week. But also, I'm planning to upload the video of how I could afford to move out when I was 19. So yeah, please subscribe and keep a lookout for those videos, and also check out all my other videos if you like, and I will see you next time. Bye.